Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video you can already tell that it is going to be a first impression fail just by the title. So I wanted to come on here and do a little introduction because I did try out this foundation and no, didn't work out very well, as you can probably tell, because it is a complete fail. So obviously I'm not wearing the foundation at the moment. I'm actually wearing the Ordinary Coverage foundation and I absolutely love this. I did do a first impression on it which I'll link down below or somewhere in this video for you so you can check it out. But I love this foundation. It works so well with my skin and it is so much more cheaper than the foundation I actually tried in this first impression. And yeah, I just wanted to do an introduction just to let you guys know that I still don't like it, and I think it was probably the worst decision for me to try this out. And I actually think that it's the worst foundation I've ever tried, and I've tried out a lot of foundations on my channel before, and for this to be the worst one, you know it's got to be bad. And I've tried some pretty bad foundations. Do you all remember the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat foundation? That one I had to take off after I think it was 2 or 4 hours. It was really bad, and this one is actually worse than that one. So anyway, if you do want to see my first impression foundation fail, then just keep watching. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm doing another first impression, and this is on the Revolution Pro CC Cream Perfecting Foundation SPF 30, and this is what it looks like. And when I saw this on the website, it really reminded me of the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. I have the matte one which I absolutely love. I did do a first impression on it which I'll link down below or somewhere in this video so you can check it out. So I looked at that and I was like, this looks like it's going to be very similar to that, and I do like having skincare in my foundations now. Now that I'm 27, I feel like I do need to have some really good skincare in foundations. So with the CC cream, it has so much in there from IT Cosmetics and it really does help out, and I've noticed a big difference to my skin while I've been using it. Obviously because I am self-isolating because of what's going on at the moment, I haven't really been wearing any foundations or anything. All I've been wearing is moisturiser and eye cream, and I feel like my skin can breathe, and it's so different to try out foundations. I did test out 2 foundations last week and it felt really strange to actually wear something on my face. So this one I'm hoping that it's not going to be too heavy and it's going to feel quite nice because it is a CC cream, and with CC creams they do tend to feel lighter on the skin as well. So when I saw the packaging of this, it actually reminded me of another brand new product that's been released from Estee Lauder. So this is what the packaging looks like, this is what the tube looks like, and I have the shade 5.7, and when I was looking at the shades it was quite easy for me to try and find my match. This one is light medium with an olive undertone. The majority of the time I'll just go for light medium with a warm undertone or an olive undertone anyway, and hopefully this is going to match me. In the viewfinder that I'm looking at the moment, it looks like it might be a little bit too pale, but I do self tan and I like my face to match my neck. I don't self tan my face because I do have very sensitive skin. Everything breaks me out. As you can see, I have a lot of redness on my skin. I do have a couple of blemishes as well, and for me to just put fake tan on top of my face, it's not going to be good. And like I said, this does look very similar to the Estee Lauder product that they've just released. I think that one is either a tinted moisturiser or it's another version of the Double Wear, and because it's a CC cream I'm hoping that it's going to perform pretty much the same as my IT Cosmetics one. Obviously that one is a lot more expensive. I think it's about 30 or 35 pounds. This one only retails for 10 pounds. You can get it from the Makeup Revolution website and also from Superdrug. I got mine from Superdrug because it was brand new and I was putting in an order with Superdrug anyway, and I found this and I think there was an offer on it time. I think it was like you get a free mystery gift if you spend £20. So if you're new to my channel and you enjoy this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and also make sure to hit the bell icon just so you're notified every time I upload a new video. So it comes in 20 shades. The lightest is F0.1 for fairer skin tones with a pink neutral undertone, and the darkest is F18 for dark skin tones with a warm undertone. So it looks like on the swatches it will cater for quite a lot of different skin tones, and I really like that because a lot of the time with foundations they either miss out the deep dark shades or they miss out the really fair shades, and this one it looks like they have one for everyone. And I've noticed that with Makeup Revolution foundations before, they do tend to have quite a lot of shades, and with the best selling ones they do have I think about 40 or 50 different shades. They also have loads of different undertones. So they have pink ones, neutral undertones, light ones, olive ones, golden ones, peach ones. So they have quite a lot on there, so it looks like it is going to match quite a lot of people. And on the website it says the most hard-working multi-purpose foundation, perfect for dry to combination skin. This Revolution Pro CC Cream Perfecting Foundation SPF 30 offers sheer to full buildable coverage whilst leaving the skin hydrated and protected. Containing hyaluronic acid and collagen, this multitasking foundation will protect the skin whilst evening out the skin tone with the infusion of antioxidants, vitamin E, that helps to reduce any redness. Plus the formula will work to diffuse the appearance of wrinkles whilst offering long-lasting coverage that doesn't feel cakey or heavy on the skin, featuring a luxurious gold compressible tube with a pump dispenser for quick fuss-free application with zero waste. So I like the fact that they do have the pump in here, which is the same as the IT Cosmetics CC cream. Like I mentioned, I do like that. I like the fact that there is a pump because it just makes it so much easier than if you have to squirt out ones. Like for instance, I have the Garnier BB cream. I do like that. The only annoying thing about that is that you have to try and squirt it out, and it's very, very runny, so it tends to sort of go everywhere and then you have to clean it up after every application. This also has 26 milliliters or 0.87 fluid ounces, which is slightly smaller than a usual drugstore foundation, but this one, it is a CC cream. It does have some skincare benefits in it. The thing that got me was that it says that you can have a sheer coverage or a full coverage where you can build it up. That I'm not too sure about, so I'm going to have to see how that does build up. And I like the fact it has SPF 30 in it and hyaluronic acid and collagen as well, antioxidants to help with the redness on my skin, because as you can see, I do have quite a lot of redness anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in and we're going to apply this to my skin and see how it goes. So I've already applied my primers. I've used my Benefit Professional and I put it on this side of my face just so we can see how it goes with the appearance of pores, and I've left this side because I do have quite large pores and I want to see how it looks with and without a pore filling primer to see if it will fill them in or if it will accentuate them and look really horrible. So I've done that on one side of my face, and I've also primed my Smashbox primer water, which I use all the time, and I put this all over my face and it is amazing for me and it doesn't irritate my skin. So as you can see, I do have quite a lot of redness. I do have some blemishes. I have one around here which is quite big. I just have a massive one right here. So something that is worrying me about this foundation is that it does say it's for dry combination skin, and I have very oily skin, so my forehead is very, very oily. Around here it's pretty oily as well. But I have noticed that I have been getting some dry patches, so around here and here I have been getting some dry patches when I haven't been wearing any makeup, which is very strange. I feel like my skin is sort of changing, so I'm hoping that it's not going to make my skin super oily on my head. So I have my beauty blender, which is what I use with all of my foundations, all of my BB creams and CC creams. So I've done 2 pumps right here. It seems quite thick. It seems like a normal cream, which I think is pretty good. It is making me feel like that it probably is going to be a good coverage. Like I mentioned, something that is sort of making me feel a little bit weird is that it's said that it was sheer coverage and you can build it up to full coverage. So the fact that you can build it up from pretty much nothing to quite a lot, I feel like you might need to use a lot of products for. So we're going to go ahead, pop this on one side of my face. We're going to buff it in and see how it goes. So it actually smells like sun cream, which I like, because I don't like when makeup smells really strong. Like when I had the Photo Focus foundation from Wet n Wild, that one smelled like paint and that really put me off of wearing it, but this one just basically smells like sun cream, so it's pretty good. I do feel like I've put quite a lot on, so do bear that in mind, that it seems like that you don't need all the pumps that I did. So this is what one layer looks like, and it does look like a medium coverage foundation. It's not really accentuating my pores. I can still see them. Obviously this is the side where I didn't put the pore filling primer on. It hasn't covered up my blemish fully, but I will just go in with a bit more product to see if it can build up. And I feel like it looks pretty good. The colour is so wrong. So it says it's light medium, but this to me, it matches nowhere near my neck. It is way too light in these lights. I don't know if it is going to get darker during the day, but currently it looks really, really pale. I'm hoping it's going to get a little bit darker, but if it doesn't, then we can just use some bronzer and see how it goes on there. So I know that I did use a lot of the foundation just to do one side of my face. I used 2 pumps, which isn't the best, which is why I went in with the other side of my beauty blender just to try and buff out a little bit that had no product on there. And it seemed to work out really well. It did buff out pretty good as well. It seems pretty matte on the skin. It does seem a little bit cakey as well, but again, I don't know if that's because I used quite a lot of the foundation. I don't know how I feel about it at the moment. So I'm going to take a little bit more on the end of the beauty blender where I don't have any products on. I'm just going to see if I can build up on my blemish as well, so I can make it to be full coverage. so it didn't really build up on my blemish, but it does look pretty alright. I mean, the redness has gone down. You can't really see a lot of redness on my skin at all, so I do feel like it's more of a medium full coverage, and I feel like it looks pretty good. What I'm going to do is do the other side of my face, see how it looks. I will put less product on this time because I know that this side has got quite a lot on there, so we'll just do one pump and then see if I can take it onto the other side as well. So this is what the foundation looks like all over my face, and it does have a really good coverage. I have no idea how it would be sheer coverage. I think if you use your hands or if you use the brush, it might be sheer coverage, but with a beauty blender it does look like it's medium to full. And it did work out really well, moving some of the product over this side, and it does buff out really easily, blends out so easily as well. I can still see my pores. I do feel like it looks cakey. Again, I put a lot less product on this side. I only put one pump on, so I don't know if it's just one pump for the whole face, but it is starting to look a little bit cakey around here. I'll just zoom in so you can see exactly what I mean. So I don't know if this is coming off on camera, but all around here you can see that it is starting to look cakey, and it is just around here where my pores are. Like I mentioned, I have used Professional on one side, so you would have thought that it'd look pretty flawless and really nice on this side, but it just doesn't look the best, and I think that's the only thing that's sort of worrying me about this foundation, that it is gathering quite a lot around here. I'm not liking the way that it's looking on my skin. Like I mentioned, I don't know if it's because I put a bit too much on there, but it just looks so cakey. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, then I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like. So as you can see, I haven't done the rest of my makeup, and that's because I am not going to wear this foundation for the rest of the day. It really is not good. So I did go natural light, and the colour does match me perfectly, so I will give it that. It's just because it does have SPF 30 in it, which is why it's looking really bad with these studio lights. But I put my concealer on. No, it does not want to have it. No joke. I finished this video 1 minute later, if that. I went and did my concealer, blended it all in so quickly like I usually do, and it's not good. It came off on all the areas that I've just put my concealer. When I looked in the mirror as soon as I went into my other room, so when I put it on, it was covering up all of the areas that I wanted. No redness, no patchiness. Went into my room to do the rest of my makeup, and I already had patches on the top of my head, patches down the side of my nose where it's already come off on there, and it's on both sides. So it's not because it's the Professional that I put on, because I only put Professional on one side, it's both sides that it's looking exactly the same. It's so cakey. Now I know that I did put quite a lot of product on at first, but you know, I put less on this side and it looks exactly the same. And I did try and build up on a couple of areas that it did come off. So for instance, side of my nose, it came off really, really bad. So I did try and put a little bit more of the foundation on. It wasn't having any of it. It just basically took it off and it looked red. It's not buildable. And then I tried to put a little bit of concealer on there just to sort of like get it off, just so I can wear it throughout the whole day, and it wasn't having any of it. Wherever I put my concealer, the foundation and concealer have both come off. I've used exactly the same beauty blender. This is the beauty blender that I use for all of my foundations. I know exactly how it works. It's my go-to tool that I use for my beauty, and I know that I've only ever had, I think, 1 or 2 other foundations that have done this, and that's because they were really bad and not long lasting. But I will zoom in so you can see exactly what it looks like, but I'm not going to wear this throughout the rest of the day. Now I know that I'm not going anywhere because we are self-isolating, so I'm not going anywhere, but I feel like my skin might break out from it. It looks really bad. What's the point of me testing out a foundation or a CC cream if already it doesn't look good? It's not going to get better throughout the day, it's just going to get worse. Because like I mentioned, it did cover over everything, and then as soon as I went into my room, it already started to get patchy and just break apart from each other. And right here, I'm not oily right here, I'm oily here. So I had no product that I put on here, no concealer obviously. Literally concealer is the only other thing that I put on, and oh, just not good. So I'm going to zoom in so you can see exactly what it looks like. So I'm not too sure if you can see, but I am really hoping that you can. But right down here, all of my foundation has come off on there. Tried to put concealer on it and it didn't want to know. So this, I pretty much have nothing on. The sides of my nose, this is horrendous in person. So all on this side. So it already started to come off when I went in my room, literally after about, like I said, a minute of me putting it on. And it already started coming off, so I tried to put a little bit more of the product on there just to build it up a little bit more. Wasn't having any of it, came off. Tried to put some concealer on it, wasn't having any of it. So this is full on patch fest. There is pretty much nothing on there. Top of my nose, really horrendous, like basically nothing left on there. not good. This side is exactly the same, and it just looks so bad. Even on my chin, look at my chin. My chin is so red, there is like nothing on there. It's just, oh, look at how bad the pores are as well. So this side I used pore filling primer, this side I didn't. And they look exactly the same. They look really cakey, even though I used less product on this side. Where my concealer was, nah, not having any of it around here, it's come off. Really, really bad. And then on my head here, it started coming off already, and this was perfect when I put it on. It had covered up everything. I had product everywhere. It was blended in, buffed in correctly. Oh my god, it looks horrible. Honestly, you need to see it in person because it is so bad. I'm hoping that it is coming off on camera, because that, what? No product, no extra product I've put on there. I don't put concealer on there on my forehead. Around here, it's obviously come off where I've put concealer on there as well. Oh, it's just not good. It's really, really bad. And, ugh. I thought this was probably going to be a good product test out. I thought it's probably going to be like the IT Cosmetics CC cream, but it's not. It's really bad. So I'm hoping that when I zoomed in, you could see how bad this product actually is. It's so cakey. It's not good. I mean, if you guys want to, I will test out again just to see if using it in a different technique works better, using less product works better. But I mean, it wasn't even dry. It was literally on my skin for about a minute. Then I went to put my concealer on. Didn't want to know. So I don't know if this is a product where you can't really wear... See, that's the thing. What's the point in having a product if you can't wear liquid products or powder products on top of it? What is the point? I don't know what the point is to this. Like I said, I haven't seen or read any reviews, so I don't know how other people are finding this, but me, I don't like it. For some reason, it doesn't like my skin. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin, so we'll give it that. The scent was nice. It smells like SPF, which I think is good. It makes it feel fresh, and it makes it feel like that you do have skincare in it, and it feels like there's no chemicals or anything, so that, I will give it that. The shade's good. The 20 shades in the collection, good. Product, bad. Pretty bad. Like, what's the point? What's the point in me wearing it for the rest of the day? To me, it's just a cake fest. Doesn't work very well on my skin, and if you guys like it, then you know I'm glad that you have found a product that you really like. But me, this is really bad. I mean, I really wanted to like this. I really wanted to try it out. I thought it'd be a really good dupe for the IT Cosmetics, and it's really not. So nah, this is gonna go back to Superdrug because it didn't work, and not a fan. Shade is really good. Products, nah, not good. It's going back. So I hope that you enjoyed the fail that I had today with this product. There's only been 2 other foundations that I've had this issue with, and that was the Maybelline Superstay. That one didn't work out well for my skin. It oxidized like crazy, looked horrible, came off everywhere. Didn't work for me, but I know that people do like it. The NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat that I tested out years ago, again, oh, that was bad. That was a bad one. I don't think anything could beat that, but this one I think might have actually beaten that. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure that you give it a very big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!